Okay, I thought I'd, as the season starts for the OBA, just give everybody a short little demo how to navigate on the website and find your schedules and post your scores and all those types of things. So before we start, we've added a lot of features, and we're going to continue to add features to the website to make our job and your job easier. And so the only thing you got to worry about is playing the game, and you'll have all the information you need. Because we added a lot of things, the first advice I can give you is you got to refresh your browser, delete your browsing history. We've updated a lot of the pages, a lot of the different databases, so just do a total refresh and you'll get the latest links and pages. So that's the first thing. This demo is just about navigating the site to find schedules. I'm going to put a few other demos up later on to look at how to use our team management and different features. So the first thing you'll notice on the main screen is you can either sign on or you can just start searching through. I would suggest that you sign on because it's going to give you much faster links to everything on the website, and it's also going to allow you to contact other members via the contact system. So you can see when I log on, the first thing that appears is my activities, and these are all the teams that I'm linked with, either the teams I'm linked with or the leagues or tournaments that I'm linked with. So you can see very quickly I can access this team schedule for the Eastern Ontario Basketball League or the Eastern Ontario Championships, the OBA Championships. I've also made my member of the Adam Boys team for demonstration purposes. So the first thing that I suggest you do is you always sign on as a member. You don't have to, but and I'll show you what happens when you don't before, or in a little while. So now I've signed on, and I want to say, oh, what's the schedule for the Adam Boys? It was just posted, so I go to schedule. It takes me to schedule page. Because I signed on, it takes me right to the Adam Boys schedule. If I didn't, I would have had to search for it using that button. So I can see that the schedule has been posted, see where all the games are by date, and the schedule's collapsed by date just to make the navigation a little bit easier. You can see, well, that's not very user-friendly because I just want to know the schedule for my team. That's why we put this team calendar feature up here. If I go to team calendar, and I can select whatever team I'm part of, so you can see I'm part of multiple teams. I want to get the calendar for this team. And now, because Nepean has loaded the practice schedule into Sportsadvisor, the Adam Boys has both their practice schedule here and also the game schedule. So now you can see they have 4 games this coming weekend, 2 at Sir Wilfrid Laurier and 2 at Lisgar. And there's links to the directions. If I want to get directions to the gym, that's there, and I can get the directions to the gym. Might want to double check. We tried to put in as good address as we could, but it's not perfect. So I can view my calendar. As I mentioned, I can view the schedule. You can see it's still saved in kind of memory, the schedule, but and if I want to go and look at the standings, I can look at the standings as well. Now there's no standings because it hasn't started. I can look at the team rankings. Again, it's saved the Adam Boys, so now I'm only looking at the Adam Boys team. That's kind of my default view right now. I can also look at the playing dates for the Adam Boys, and you can see the next one is November 17th, December 18th, the championships on Friday. I'm going to put links to rules and things like that. But suppose that I want to say, well, you know what, I'm kind of interested in another league, so I want to look at the Adam Girls. So I can look at the Adam Girls. And now I can see the playing dates for the Adam Girls. There's also playing. If I want to look at the team rankings or the teams that are listed, I can sort it by age group to see how many U11 versus U12 teams there are. So that's just a really quick way to kind of navigate around your website. Now, if you registered your team, all of this is accessible when you sign on. Now suppose you have parents and players that want kind of the link to all the schedules and the easy link. Well, what they need to do is they need to join your team. So let's just make a request to join your team. And they would go through, and suppose that I wanted to join a, let's say I'm going to join Nepean junior boys competitive team, and my role is just that of a fan. I want to be able to receive emails for this team and notifications. Click submit, and it basically sent a request to that team manager asking if I could be on the team. That team manager, so I'm not part of the team, as you'll see if I go to my team calendar. That team will not show up just yet. You can see it's not there. The junior boys team is not there because the team manager has to go and has to approve my request to join that team. I think the last thing that I want to just show is the search feature. So you notice this bar up here. This gives you access to kind of the entire database that we have for the EOBA and any other league that we're running here. So suppose that I wanted to just go, select and search for tournaments. Just any tournament. I don't care about the level. I just saying what tournaments have been loaded into the system. You can see that you have Major Bantam Boys Tournament, minor midget from Brockville. I can also scout this tournament. I can go and look. Well, so Brian Burns has said he's registering for this tournament. The idea is that other teams would signal their interest in these tournaments, so we all know who's playing where, and we can all make a better decision about where we should play. So I think that's about it. It's pretty long. Well, maybe the last thing I'll show you is just view your messages. We're going to be sending you messages quite often throughout the year. They'll all be viewable from your message board, so please view it often. You can see notice about the EOBA meeting, the cancellation of the meeting, email about reffing fees and things like that. So that's it. Hope that was useful, and we'll post other videos like this as well, just so that everybody has a good idea of how the website functions and how we can use it to better deliver basketball to the young kids in our area.